Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 629, Leveling Up. Hey Stanley, it's all hanging out. Alright, leveling up. It's not more, the answer. If I could only write faster. Well, you will. You'll figure out how to streamline your production process to minimize the time impact in production, in post-production, like editing, and lead time, and making sure your editor is lined up so you don't have a lag from when you finish the book and it's ready to be edited, and then the editor actually editing it, or waiting on a cover. All of that stuff impacts your business and impacts your ability to produce and deliver. So it's not more, because you will hit a point of peak production. And that's going to be your first level up when you go from writing 2 books a year to 4. When you go from writing 4 books a year to 12. You're writing a book a month now and you're jamming. That's peak production. Can you sustain that? And then you will hit a point where you just can't grow that anymore. And now you have that law of diminishing returns. Yes, you're getting the words, but they're not quality. So your first big step will be when you hit peak production. What is your peak production? And then the next most significant leveling up happens after that. Not that you always have to produce a book a month, but once you have, and you've shown that, then you have to find your sweet spot. What is the right number for you? You can't start off with 4 books a year and sit around a lot and not produce if you're capable of it and your business is counting on it to grow. Because once you hit a certain level, then you have what you need to then invest in the business to expand it. So first and foremost, you have to have confidence that your books are good. Just jamming more isn't an answer. Jamming better is an answer. However, the more you write, the better they're going to get. So you can do more and better. This isn't a conversation about quality over quantity. You will hit a quantity that is good for you, and then you'll find a quantity that is sustainable. And now that sustainable has to be great stories. They have to be great books. Getting there, they can be good enough, and they can be great too. They're probably better than when you took 10 years to write that first book. And then here you wrote 2 months, and all of a sudden, holy cow, this is a pretty good book. Yes, it's because practice makes you better at stuff, no matter what it is. Musicians, oh my God, if I could play the guitar like you, all you have to do is practice. It must be an innate ability. You must have been born with the talent. No, practice. Think about it. So, confidence in your books. You have the confidence, because then you're marketing. So whenever anybody asks about your books, you have confidence. You have faith. These are good books. People like them. They tell this story. And then you have a better understanding of the business, taking it from that peak production and that first big level, like 100K per year, to as you strive towards $1 million. It's a huge step going from 10K a month to 100K a month. Big, 10 times, right? So what do? Better understanding of the business. How do we leverage the money we've made to grow the business? Understanding you've already hit your peak production. I'm not going to write any more books, any more than whatever it is, 4 a year, 2 a year, 12 a year, whatever you hit. So better understanding of how to maximize those profit opportunities. So same product, more products from the same set of words. That's translations, that's audio, that's hardback, that's custom, that's Kickstarter first as a treat for people. Here, get this before anybody else in this gold foil leather-bound edition. That's exclusive on Kickstarter. It will never be available again. Those kinds of things. But that's only after you've built a certain readership. You can't make those exclusive leather-bound editions get any traction if you don't have any readership already. Because people, they aren't going to fess up that kind of money for it. So, you build that readership. That's after you've hit your peak production phase. You earn more from each product. So, now, when you're making 5 figures a month, $10,000 a month, and now you're going to produce fewer books. But instead of $10,000 per book that you're making, maybe you want $25,000. Maybe you want $250,000. Of course you want that, but how do you get there? That's a better understanding of the market and then a broader reach, so expanded reach. You have to reach more readers. But as you get along, you have a bigger backlist. You have more marketing opportunities to reach those readers. You can try different avenues, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, social media, whether it's advertising in magazines, sandwich board, you at a Comic-Con, which that'll be me tomorrow. Those are different ways to reach people. Now understand, your time is money. What is the broadest reach you can have for the time you have? 2 days at Comic-Con, I'm thinking that's not great. However, it is for the Alaskan crowd. So perfect for me. It's 15 minutes from my house. Great. We'll do that. We'll reach, we'll touch noses, and maybe we'll get some expanded there. Word of mouth. The best advertising you can have is when somebody says, you have to read this book, and not me, when another reader. Look at that. Lucy Score is a great example of that, because her readers are all like, hey, you've got to read this book, telling all of their friends. There's nothing better when it comes to a marketing perspective. There's nothing cheaper, nothing more valuable. So expanded reach starts with the confidence in that story and starts with sustainability. How many can you produce after you've hit your peak production phase? What's next? What's sustainable? Do that, and then deliver to the readers and take that backlist, start building a broader base. So each new release then becomes more and more valuable until you hit those numbers. You explore those new avenues because you take the money you've made after that first level up and invest it. All right. Very quick on leveling up. I hope some of that helps, at least in the mindset. Every seven-figure author I know embraces the business side of it, as well as the artistic. They write great stories, and they embrace the business because you have to. You have to understand, as a business, what you need to do, invest wisely, expand your product offerings, and take it to 7 figures. Peace, fellow humans.